Hey guys, Roxanne Inez Charles joining you again for part two in the 5 steps to set your business up for optimized profit. Again, I am Roxanne Inez of RoxanneInez.com, founder and CEO of Rox Management and founder of TheMobilePorters.com. So, the second step you need to take to make sure that your business is set up for optimized profit is to make sure you have a strategy. Seems pretty basic, right? I mean, I'm sure you can't even imagine why I am listing this as one of the steps to making sure your business is set up for optimized profit. Well, believe it or not, many businesses, small businesses, large businesses, entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, seasoned entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, struggling entrepreneurs, so many universally are operating with absolutely no strategy in mind. And about the time we cross paths, my response to that is always, now, how does that work exactly? You see, the wait and see approach is not a strategy. Although so many entrepreneurs and small business owners operate in that way, the wait and see isn't a strategy. And that most certainly will not set your business up for optimized profits or any profit for that matter. Whether you're new or an established business, you must always keep the what's next in mind. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you always need to be thinking about launching a new product or service. That's not what that means. What's next doesn't always mean trying to innovate the next best thing. It doesn't always mean trying to rush something else to market. That's not necessarily what that means, okay? It does mean that you should be taking into consideration a couple of key things. How can you solidify your current customer experience that you're delivering? And so if you remember in the first step, one of the things I talked about was eliminating customer confusion. So when you are setting up your strategy to optimize the profits of your business, you want to take another look at how you can improve your existing customer experience as a method of strengthening and creating an optimized strategy for increased profits. You also want to look at your capacity building infrastructure. Then take a look at what product or service extensions you can offer. Okay, so let's talk about capacity building. Capacity building is an area in your business where you take a really close look at what processes, written processes, documented processes, and also referred to as workflows. What workflows do you have that are documented in your business that you need to improve, A, or B, that you can then take and optimize those work processes in order to expand the depth and reach of your business. Capacity building is so crucial to the optimized profit leg of your business because you cannot do everything on your own and you certainly can't operate in a silo. But if you haven't taken the time to set up the appropriate strategy that will allow your business to grow, to sustain your current level of operations, and to be in a position to expand when expansion opportunities become available, you're really just in business for the sake of. You're not really playing full out. You're not really in business to make a real impact. So you really need to take a look at your capacity building, also known as your processes, also referred to as your workflows. What do you have in place currently? What do you need to put in place in order to support a strategy that will allow your business to grow in a way that makes sense and allows you to optimize your profit? The other area is product or service extension. Now, I mentioned before that doesn't necessarily mean launching a new product. An extension could be a further iteration of a existing product or service that you already have. It can be in a value add to something that you're already offering to your customers. So, for example, if you are in the food service industry and you typically sell, let's say, and I'm in the Midwest, and so food trucks are very popular here. So if you are in the food service industry and maybe you have a food truck or a standalone restaurant or a brick and mortar location, obviously customers are coming in for a single consumption meal, right? So an example of a product extension could be a package where a customer could, purchase in advance a week's worth or multiple days worth of meals or snacks or dinners or whatever they might be. That's an example of an extension of an existing product. It requires obviously a little bit more preparation on your end. It's not going to require any additional expense, and it's a nice value add to something that that your customer already likes and a service that you're already delivering for your customer. So think about different areas where you can offer on an extension to a product or a service that you're already offering as you're considering setting up a strategy that is solid and effective that will allow you to optimize your profits. Okay. You also want to not forget to pay attention to the marketplace. I see a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners become super laser focused to the extent that they are operating in a silo and forgetting about the global world around them, forgetting about things that are going on in industries outside of their own, and not paying attention to just the business news in general, mergers, acquisitions, changes in tax and policy laws, new technology upgrades and modifications, not paying any mind to various different trade shows and conferences. Whether you're in a position to attend or not, you at least want to know the types of trade shows and events and laws and things that are going on in the business climate around you so that you can begin to, in whatever ways make sense, adjust your business model so that you are prepared for any adjustments that may have on your business locally or globally. Because the truth of the matter is, things that happen outside of our immediate span of influence have a direct impact on our business as well. So when you're creating your strategy in an effort to optimize your profits, you also have to keep in mind the things that are going on in the global and local marketplace so that your business is set up and prepared to adjust should it need to, if and when those changes hit a little bit closer to home than you might expect it. You want to always be ready so you don't have to get ready when you're presented with either an opportunity for expansion or the need to make a swift adjustment. You want to have the appropriate strategy already in place for your business so that you can make that swift adjustment and still continue to be in business and stay ahead of the game and stay on track to your ultimate goal. Okay? So making sure you have a strategy in place is the second step to setting your business up for optimized profits. So the next time we meet back here again, we will go into the third step for making sure your business is set up for optimized profits. But in the meantime, what I want you to think about in setting up your strategy is I want you to take a look at the products and services you currently offer and come up with one or two extensions you could add on, okay, to those products. I also want you to look at your workflows for the things that you do in your business. Take 3 activities, daily activities, basic activities that you currently do in your business. Take a look at the processes or the workflows for executing those tasks. Take a look at them. Give those area some thought. If you don't have any, this is a good time to think about creating some, because we will be referencing those when we come back for our third tip. Okay, so take a look at those work processes. 3 work processes you have in place for basic activities you do every day in your business. And I want you to identify 2 or 3 extensions you can offer to products or services that you currently have in your business. Okay, so that's your takeaway for this video, and I'll see you back here soon for step 3.